Right. Here we go. Oh, my spina knows it's a timer for the goo. It is a good day to goo. Where's my sip sip? Ah, glorious. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Aha! Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting feckin' goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. What will we goo? Nobody knew. What do we goo? Not even me. I have no clue what I'm doing. Or what I'm gooing. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Paint, sip, rant, goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. My chi is beginning to fro. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting feckin' goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. What will we goo? Nobody knew. What do we goo? Good coffee. Good coffee. Painting goo. Goo, goo, goo. Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Paint, sip, rat, goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting feckin' goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. That's it, Milo. You lovable, magical monkey. Mischievous monkey. Painting goo. Painting goo. It's a painting goo. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. Right, you know the drill. You filthy mortal scum. Smash that right button, like it has insulted your ancestors, or you will bring great shame upon yourself and your family. Stick a tip in the monkey's bowl if you have any honor. Pay the monkey so he doesn't go hungry. Silence. Ape. Monkey. Ape monkey? Mape. What was that game? What was that game? Ape Escape. on PlayStation 1. Ape Escape. I remember it being quite difficult. I was still a child. I thought you only descended from heaven years ago. How did you... Rapid growth. Accelerated growth. I was a fully grown man in 9 months. I had a beard when I was a child. I looked like Gimri's ginger cousin when I was 3. I was a tiny, bearded ball of joy. And then I grew. And as I experienced what it is like to be a demigod in this realm of earth, I was repeatedly horrified. Horrified. And now PEINTEINGU is the only thing that makes me feel alive. You remember Ape Escape, Desmondo-sama? Ape Escape was hilarious. Right. Today we begin a new goo. Where we go, nobody knew. What we go, nobody knew. Oh, stretching goo. Oh. Right, my shoulders are loosening up. My spine knows it's time for the goo. Today is Tribal Thursday, but is also new goo. Sumimasen. Banana. Delicious. My first beloved Konami game was Konami. Makes sense. Makes sense. Right. We must pray the new PEINTEINGU music. Cue taiko drums. When I say, and only when I say, you will place a number in the chat between 0 and 224. If you do it before I say it, it will not be counted. If you cannot follow basic instructions, you will be thrown from the PEINTEINGU vessel. Right. Let us discover where we are going. Everyone who enters Chatu after me is Rate and Gale. Indeed. You are first to. That's how it works. Oh, it's warm today. Oh, that's nice. Allow the music to penetrate your spina, to travel through your nervous system. Your chi begins to flow as we begin a new PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU! Ha! Do it now! Put a number in the chat! You feeble mortar scum! PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU! Where will we go? Nobody knew. Where we go? PEINTEINGU! 7! We have already been to Angira. Pick another number, Desmond-sama. It would be hilarious if it is just you in chat putting number after number in chatu for the next 10 minutes. 7, 5, 219, 112, 17, 49. Fuck. 6. You cock. We have already been to Angora. We have already been to Angora and Angira. Try double digits. We have already been to Andorra. We have already been to 5, 6, and 7. I said try double digits, you fuck. PEINTEINGU, goo goo goo. Oh fuck. Fuck. American Samoa. We have not been there. American Samoa. Is that just the section of Hawaii that the American... No, Samoa. New Zealand. American Samoa. Where's that? It has to be like New Zealand, yeah. Hold on a minute. I am not leaning all the way over there. My back. Right, New Zealand would be... Ah, yes, I found it. Glorious. Right. We are headed way off the east coast of Australia. Yes. So it is an island off New Zealand. I was mostly correct. Ugh. Right. We know where we're going. Finally! I'm dying. Don't die! There will be nobody to watch PEINTEINGU. If you die, we're fucked. I will now consort the magic hat to discover what we are going. First, I must shuffle the magic hat to ensure maximum chaos. The magic hat has been shuffled. Right. It would be appropriate if Samoan Papi made appearance in Chatu for this one. That would be like the scariest sync ever. There is a second new person who reveal yourself, coward. Who lurks in PEINTEINGU? Here on PEINTEINGU, if you are always lurking and not in Chatu, you are a coward. You have no honor. Right. Ugh. First snatch. Snatch! I missed. Barely. By like a nanometer, but honesty is one of the many P's of PEINTEINGU. Strike! That was a fine strike. A fine snatch. I don't know what I prefer, strike or snatch. Greetings, Printer Beru. Busted. You coward! How dare you lurk on PEINTEINGU? Where's it? I have dropped one of the many things from the hat. Fuck. PEINTEINGU. It's PEINTEINGU. Let's fake it goo. Aha! Oh. First things first. Grifu-sama's nemesis. A zipper. Interesting. The first thing we are going in... Where are we going? American Samoa. An island off the northeast coast of New Zealand. PEINTEINGU. Zipper. Right. I must gather my chi for the second striker. Ah, Grifu-sama! Welcome. Fordreich is my favorite. Oh, second striker. Snatch! Ah! Maybe I should have said strike. Are we losing frames? I hate frame Ross. Frame Ross vexes me. It is disgusting looking. Strike! I should have said strike. Striking is better than snatching. But the collateral damage is quite intense. Yet another thing has fallen from the magic hat. I used the monkey foot technique to grab it. Right. Second thing. that we are going in American Samoa. Tarantula! Tarantura! Tarantula! Hairy spider is the second thing. We are painting a hairy spider in American Samoa. Finer striker! Strike! Strike is definitely a lot better. Or yoink. Yoink is too close to yank. And on a spiritual level, I detest you Yanks. Your love for leather is gay, and it vexes me. Silk is the clothing of the gods. Fine linen, fucking leather. You wear skin of pig and cow. Disgusting! Gaza revers of collateral damage from Striker. Indeed! I am like Saitama from One Punch Man. Every strike, much collateral damage. The final thing that we are painting on today's Paintingu is cannon! Glorious. A tarantula with a zipper in its abdomen with a cannon emerging. Glorious. Sumimasen! Sumimasen! Still smells like banana, but tastes like coffee. Glorious. Snatch is a good word. No yank. Only Johnny Rep. Oh, Griffo Summer. Right. Yes, yes, yes. Crap for Paintingu. Crap for Paintingu. If you do not crap for Paintingu, you have no honor. You will crap for Paintingu. Right. Today is Tribal Thursdays, so I am going with Japanese tribal music. It's not tribal, it's traditional. It's just Japanese music. Let's dance with some demons. We haven't danced with some demons in a wrong timer. As I place my royal rag upon my demi-divine knee in preparation for the goo. Right. How are my bitches? I meant to clean my bitches before the stream. I did not. Please forgive me. Right, they are good. They are good. They are nice and fluffy. Glorious. Paint, paint! What am I looking for? Oh yes, the goo. Right, I must load this parrot with goo. Paint, paint! I must shake the goo before it can be good. Paint, paint! I was thinking cannon that fires tarantula. Terrifying. The terrifying thoughts of a tarantula cannon. Also hilarious. Paint, paint. Paint, paint! Paint, paint! I have just realized that I can shake two goos at the same time. Hmm? Glorious. I am like Shifu. Griffusama is my favorite greyback. Greyback. Glorious. Twice the goo. I love orange. It's a fantastic color. Hi. Right. Finally, the black and the purple. The black and the purple must be rast. It's just how it is. Right, the goo is now placed upon the parrot. If this parrot ever gets knocked over, I'm fucked. It would be a lot of highly pigmented liquid all over this carpet. Paint! Right. I will now consult the oracle known as Google. Paint! Paint! Oh, great Oracle Google! Show me American Samoa. Beautiful. Ofu Beach. That is the one. That is what we are doing. Ofu Beach. I am going to paint a giant tarantula emerging from the waters. This tarantula is going to possess a zipper on his back of his abdomen with a cannon emerging from it. And he will be attacking freeing brown people, terrified of his tarantula terror. Glorious. Right, where are my bitches? It is time to get the bitches wet. Typically, we begin with the frat bitch. Me Reiki the frat bitch. No pirates were harmed in making of PEINTEINGU. Not yet. The moment I can use a real live parrot as my parrot, I will do so. You believe me. If I have to live in Colombia so I don't get PETA on my ass, I will do it. I will live in depths of jungle to be able to have a live parrot that I use as my parrot. I will settle for dead parrot. Does anybody have the number of a taxidermist? I have idea. Right, first things first. Blue sky. Beautiful blue sky. Let's do this. Some white. Some blue. And with a few squirts of my tiny mister, the goo will flow freely. Okie dokie. If your cheese not throwing by now, you're probably a gay. And you should pay it away. Head over to owenbenjamin.com and pay your gay away. I am Defender Osama, demigod of Paintingu, friend of bear, enemy of monkey. Or monkeys? Most of them. Most monkeys. A pay away a day keeps the gay away, indeed. Paint. Goo. Paint. Goo. How far down where I bring the sky? That should do. That will do, pig! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! How silly of those coconut nigs to have a beach made entirely of tofu. Ofu is Ofu Beach. Not Tofu Beach. Painting. Goo goo. Right. Let's get some green in this bitch. Paint, paint! Paint beach! Paint, paint. Ah, Pruno-sama! Things look different. Different good, different bad. Let me know. Paint, paint. Ah, somebody has honor this day. Somebody has a paid for paintingu. A beach rind in mint. I will look up what mint looks like and do mint flowers in honor of Samoan Papia-sama. Paint, paint. Who has honor this day? Ronaldo Dunker, distant cousin of Donald Trumpu. Hey folks, today I put the hammer down on those trash. Literally, they sell trash, folks. Forks. Those trash companies like Temu and Shein, okay? Big, glorious tariffs, folks. Forks. Buy American or you're gay. Forks. Buy American or you're gay, Forks. That's right, gay. We can't have trash coming in, Forks. It's like episode of Simpsons when it's like, Homer, use the forks. Your patronage to Paintingu is greatly appreciated. Ronaldo Dungu. Glorious. Paint. Paint beach. Big beach. Who doesn't love big beaches? Paint. 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 Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Paint. 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 Goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting. Goo goo. Ah, Twaikuru-sama! Welcome. How are you? What's crack-a-rackin'? Somebody has a paid for Paintingu. The people have honor this day. Painting goo goo goo. New camera? Something looks different. New camera? Technically not new camera. I am using laptop camera. Just camera directly on laptop. And I have moved angles in the room. I do believe we are losing frames now and again, but no matter. And I am currently not using Ethernet cable. It is on Wi-Fi. Who else has honor this day? Makun Tishi? Makuntishi. 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 Makunt. It's not usually something we share in public. The way that is spared is glorious. MAKU. With right, us Squarego, we call that a father. Is like umlaut instead of 2 dots is slash. Like katana. MAKUNTIZ CHI. Makuntisi. I will try saying Japu. Makuntisi. Hilarious. I love it. Right. Let's make some... Can we make turquoise? Some green, some blue, some white. Is a bit dark, a bit muted, but works. Paint goo. Metal goo? Not today. Today is Tribal Thursday. Paint. Paint. It's a much glorious weather week. We're after weeks of rain. We have had both. We have had warmth with a combination of sunshine and grey, godless wilderness. Paint. Paint. Yeah, that works. Painting goo. Hiya. Other than the fucking Canadian smoke. Rooksmore HD? Excellent. Camera on laptop. Seems to be better than any webcamu. Mikintiku Uzi? Mikunt Ukuzi? Yo, what is what? How dare you? Try and get the water Rhine. Painting. Goo. Right. Make the mountains in the back darker. Much darker. Much darker. Paint. 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 Paintingu. Goo. Paint. Right, let me see. Painting goo. Time to switch bitches. Is also almost time for phrase of day. How would one transfer nickels to a goo supply fund? Send me super chatu. Or send me money on PayPal. Rinks are in description. Cause ain't paying no fecking freight. I hear you, brother. carrier pigeon? Question marku. Right, time to put some details. Right, let me see. I will need Euro. Green. Paint. Paint. Let me see. Slightly darker. Let me see. Can you buy a trained pigeonoo, I wonder? That would be writ. Indeed, that would be writ. I would love homing pigeonoo. I would send all my messages by homing pigeonoo. I would love lots of pigeons. Glorious. Just hold them and pet them and look at how derpy they are. I would thoroughly enjoy a lot of derpy rocking pigeons. It would bring me much joy. Michael Tyson gets it too. Right. Time for some browner. There are some trees here. 2 in particular. And the rest is just... What are those bushes again? Ferns! The Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold also gets it too. I do not remember Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold. I do remember Hey Arnold though. That bitch was ugly! Very, very ugly. Helga? Olga? I cannot remember. Glorious. Paint. Paint bush. Big bush. Paint. Huge bush. Phrasing. Glorious. I witnessed a grey fox outside my window this morning, Goo. Beware of spies this day. Hilarious. Also, P.S. Beware of potential attack by cybernetic ninja. Right. Let's do phrase of day. Pause music. Tobias, my feathery friend, come hither. We have work to do. Oh shit. This is awkward. Micah's just gonna sit. Micah's gonna sit right here. Aren't you, Micah? Right. Here we go. I need background to cover this here. But I will deal with it at some point. Or I won't. We go with what we can go. So, without any further ado. I send cleansing vibrations through the interwebs to cleanse you filthy mortals of your dirty, rusty, filthy chi, allowing it to flow freely as I announce today's phrase of the day. Let me see. Today's phrase of the day. The average feminist is ugly enough to scare a freight train into taking a dirt road. That is not phrasing, that is just hilarious. Again, today's phrase of the day. The average feminist is ugly enough to scare a freight train into taking a dirt road. Glorious. Absolutely, excellently glorious. This concludes today's phrase of the day. So true. I'm just picturing train, like Thomas the Tank Engine, chugging along on track, and then feminist approaches on track, and Thomas is just like, "Oh my God, Jesus Christ!" and veers violently off the tracks. Oh, that's hilarious. Right, resume, Tune. Oh, fuck. Right. We're allowed to dry a bit. And then I will begin construction of the terrifying tarantula. Complete with zipper and cannon. Complete with zipper cannon. Zipper cannon. Painting. Goo goo. Oh. 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 I have been doing my qigong for extra long periods of time lately, as my spine is telling me it's time. Right. Tarantula. Let me see. A big brown beast. Like Kamala Harris. Or Michael Obama. Grifu-sama. Margio-sama. Welcome, Margio-sama. Oh, are you well, Margio-sama? How are you? Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paintingu, goo goo. Right, let me see. Paint, paint. 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 Big spider. Hairy spider. It may freeze now and again, Margia-sama. I'm using Wi-Fi. I am not using the Ethernet cable right now. I could, but I'm just not. Let me see. Painting. Goo goo. Can you see it? Slowly forming before your feeble, filthy, mortar eyes. Greetings, Emmanuel Godsunu. How are you? I will be gone when they call him back. Call who back? I would have been on earlier, but was driving to Nashville. Take Billy to VA hospital for his eye. How are things? Is his eye repairable? Let me see. More green in this brown. Slowly, but surely. A terrifying tarantula will be visible. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Review to Marty-sama. I like spiders. God love them. Let them live. I like spiders also. Rucus the jumping spider is adorable. He may not be real, but real jumping spiders are quite adorable. And they're very rare. I didn't think we had them in Ireland, but apparently we do. Screw this. Right. Our dance with the demons has concluded. Let us prepare like warriors. What is the largest spider that the Rand of Ire has? Oh, I have no idea. Probably some form of garden spider. Probably around the size... maybe like the overall diameter of a cup? Perhaps? They do not get that big, typically. How many eyes? Is it 6? 8? How many eyes does a tarantula have? I know I didn't put 8 regs, but that's a lot of regs. And he is on edge of PEINTEINGU. Tarantulas are kind of cute. 8. Okay. PEINTEINGU, goo 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 goo. Goo, goo. Paint, paint. Glorious. Tarantula can be like 8-legged puppy. I wouldn't believe it. Need to fix that. Painting goo goo. Who else eats the scabs off skin sores? Ugh. TMI, Manuel, TMI. Greetings, Dick Fordu. Welcome. Right, the basic rough placement. Of the villagers has been accomplished. Who needs to go out for crisps when you can make your own? Dear Lord, that's disgusting. Right, my beloved Japonaita. That is all I have time for today. I do believe we made excellent progress on this new painting. We have arrived in... Sumimasen. We have arrived in American Samoa, an island northeast of New Zealand, where a giant tarantula wielding a unzipped cannon on its back has begun to assault the local villagers. So, tune in tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? There will be no painting tomorrow. I must prepare. I am traveling to visit my mother. And I think my sister. I have no idea if she's going to be there. But I'm visiting the family this weekend. So, there will be no goo tomorrow. We will return to this terrifying tarantula tale on Monday. No, not Monday. Monday is bank holiday, and I will still be probably in my mother's cabin Monday morning. So, I will see you next week, probably Tuesday. So, have a good Friday, have a beautiful weekend. Remember to be good, be true, and above all else, be beautiful. And I will see you soon. Pay for painting if you have any honor. Or buy something. There are many links in the description. Click one of them. Do something! And I will see you soon. Sayonara, my beloved Japonaita. And to all you other filthy mortals, pay for painting! Swine!